Live music, free debate in a Dorset estate in Wimborne.
That's right.
Wendy
Absolutely.
Jane, tell us more about this upcoming event, because everyone's quite excited about it. I've been talking about it on the show. What is Sounds Beautiful Festival?
Sounds Beautiful Festival is an epic adventure. We're saying it's called a festival, but actually it's an experience. We want it to be an experience, which is why we're encouraging people to come for 4 days, and we're not really doing day tickets as such, because we want people to immerse themselves. So people have sort of been saying, why have you called it Sounds Beautiful when you've got speakers who are fighting for freedom, who are really, provocative, who are really pushing. We've got a lot of anger in the movement, and rightly so. So why?
Hey, shout out Ryan Sanders in the chat. Yeah. Shout out King of Sting saying big up, rise above. I've taken a few slash shots already if you missed the beginning, but I kind of said I'm not here to really take shots at rise above. I'm here to hear what Wendy Jane, who we know Wendy Jane's a confirmed racist. I mean, of course, Lance is a confirmed racist as well, but that's another story. But Wendy Jane is a definite racist, hates anything to do with freedom, lying completely through her teeth about wanting to do a freedom festival. She wants to only have freedom for white people, which is the opposite of freedom. So we want to hear what, we're going to listen to her lie through her teeth for however long she does on this show, just out of interest. It's hilarious though, hearing them start it with, oh yes, so beautiful, blah, blah, where you literally invited hate speakers, loads and loads of real hate speakers who incite violence, like to Muslims, non-white people, like crazy. Imagine calling hate speakers beautiful.
Are you creating a festival with like these hippie overtones to it? And I think the intention is that there's so much division in our movement. The Truthers movement, it's divided on every aspect, and in a way so it should be, because we're sovereign beings and everyone's got their own opinion, and so we're trying to find a way of holding that, of bringing everyone together in one place to try and voice their differences but be together at the same time. And that's why we've got
everyone together apart from Muslims. Yeah, no Muslims allowed, because you've invited people that incite hate to them. What an absolute lunatic. This woman, like, honestly, is completely mentally ill. To say, come and say something like that. I want to bring everyone together, when you've literally hired only one side of a political spectrum who are aggressively hateful to the other, is insane. Like, it's completely insane.
Got interview panels, like we've got a UK column coming. Lou Collins is going to be doing some interviews. We've got Jim Baboa who's coming, and they're going to be holding spaces for people to air those differences. We've got flat earthers and people that aren't flat earthers, and I don't know many places where people manage to bring together so many people with such diverse opinions and give them a platform.
Like a normal festival, yeah? Like anywhere normal in public would have more diverse opinions. This is one group of one opinions, yeah? Go to Glastonbury, where there's loads of people full of all sorts of opinions. This is not. Chris Hayes said, isn't that what you're doing now? Yeah, it is what I'm doing now. What I'm doing now is me just giving my side, because it's my show. This is not a forum, yeah? And don't get me wrong, like, I will have guests and stuff like that on my show to have opposing views and hear them out and stuff like that. I've done it plenty of times before, so no one can really test me on that, but I don't have to. Do you know what I'm saying? No, he says aggressively hateful to your opposition. No, I'm aggressively hateful to evil racist people. That's not, and it's not aggressive. Yeah, it's not like initiating aggression. It's defense. It's defense from people who are really being hurtful to the world. So it's just defense. Yeah, it's something we need to do when people are attacking, impacting children, all of this kind of stuff, causing real division in the world. Then we have to actually stand up and say, no, I'm not having it. Like, no, and yeah, there will be aggression. There will be aggression when I'm actually coming up against aggression, especially this type of lying passive aggression.
And bring them together and encourage that debate. So it's not just about the music. We're going to party as well, don't get me wrong.
How long have you scheduled in the debate for the flat earth? Because as far as I'm concerned, that's an everlasting debate, isn't it? Like, how long, where is that fit into this?
Even the fact she's making this both of them are talking nonsense about flat earth, yeah? Oh my God, yeah, flat earth, this side, that side. Who cares? That's not a serious debate. We don't care about flat Earth. You don't want to talk about flat Earth and have both sides of the debate to avoid the fact that you won't have both sides of a debate about something real. You won't have both sides of a debate about Islamophobia, because you actually just want to support one side and shut out immigrants. Stop talking nonsense, man. Be honest about who you are, you nasty racists.
The schedule, Wendy Jane.
Well, it's going to be about midday-ish. We've got 4 different speakers. Obviously, we've got allegedly Dave. We've got Mark Devlin, who's going to be doing a talk on the music industry.
Clowns.
But main guy, Dave Weiss. Do you say Weiss or Weiss? I don't know.
Don't even know the name of your
The
guest.
wise man.
Yeah.
He's got about an hour and a half. And then Ian Leahy's got about another hour and a half.
But they've actually got a stall as well, haven't they?
They have,
they've
yeah.
actually got like a massive stall. Or is it not posted?
I'm just going to make it more directional.
Okay.
That's much better.
Is that better?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
No, it's not much better
yeah,
at
so
all.
he's actually got a, Dave Wise and Ian have got a big marquee. So although they're going to be doing their speech, they've also got their marquee there as well. So you can pop in there, have a conversation.
King of
with them
Sting.
and get as much information out of them as possible.
Hello.
Oh, you're
Oh,
on.
hello.
He's
I've
on.
got to turn his
You
mic
get to
on.
say it all again now.
Sorry, Steve. Can you rewind, pull up, and do that again? I was wondering why you were so quiet, mate.
I hope your audience is good at lip reading.
My
Yeah.
apologies.
Okay, so rewind. So they've actually got a big marquee where you can actually go off and go and speak to them individually. You can go and ask them as many questions as possible. I think they're going to be doing a load.
I'm going to have to just skip through some of this, because obviously this is going to be mad boring for ages. And I guarantee you, I'm pretty confident these guys are not going to address the controversy of what's happened around the festival. They're going to try and avoid the fact that they've been called out across the board by all of the locals. Yeah, it's only a tiny little percentage of racist people who are still involved in this in any way. Everyone's called them out and said this is disgusting, what they were doing with this festival. Yeah, for anyone who thinks I'm just going mental at some nice, happy, hippie festival, this festival was released with a lineup of hate speakers, and they were held accountable and had to drop a couple of them, but there's still more. Anyway, I want to flip through and see if they actually say anything interesting. Ryan Sanders said they do. I saw it. I'm not sure. I'm going off here saying a lot of stuff, so remind me what I said that you saw.
Stuff in their marquee as well as doing their.
I was invited onto Clive de Cole's show when I was talking about the Soviet Union a lot and the test and all that. He's a very, very knowledgeable guy.
He is.
They address the situation. Oh yeah, cool. Alright, so Ryan said, yeah, they do address the situation. Do you want to give me a heads up, like how far in? Give me an idea how far in, like, or because I don't want to skip past it or miss it. Chris Hayes said the truth movement is mostly truth here and pay below. Buy my t-shirts. Yeah, big facts, big facts. Although I don't know if Rise Above, I don't think they do much selling t-shirts, but their thing is like making money off YouTube and content or whatever.
Yeah.
And obviously this festival is just trying to make money. They're just booking Katie Hopkins, and like me and Tevra have been saying for ages, they should have just went all the way. Just do a right-wing hate festival. Yeah, no one would like. Yeah, we might call you out for it, but it wouldn't be the same drama. Just do your thing. Ryan's saying it's not too long, so
He's really calm as well when he talks. He's
get to that.
he's
Oh,
quite
really?
a nice bloke. But we've also got Dolores Carhill as well.
Oh, wow, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have never seen her in person,
No.
actually, ever.
I don't think
Yeah.
anyone has seen her for quite a long time, to be honest.
She's quite private. She's
Yeah.
quite a private person. And
She got in trouble with the authorities in 2020 quite a bit, didn't she?
She
I
did,
think
yeah.
I saw a video of her getting chucked out of like multiple town halls
Yeah,
and
she's-
sort of mini assemblies and stuff.
she's been arrested and all sorts, you know, and I think even to the
Chris Hayes said, I like Rise Above until they were just constantly selling stuff. They sell clothing and courses and tickets to stuff like that event. Yeah, they did their own festival and stuff before, but I thought they haven't done something like that. I mean, I was told they actually had a beef with these lot and they weren't really kind of eye to eye, so it was a bit weird they were doing the festival. But it seems because they're not doing their own festival currently, they're doing this one. I don't know. But, so what do you mean they sell courses? What, they sell like online courses that like rip you off for your money? Anyone who sells online courses is literally a crook. That's disgusting.
this day, as far as I can gather, she finds it really. She can't.
Yes, Sam Gregory in the building, man. We're finally addressing Rise Above and the racist woman, Wendy. What's her name? Wendy Jane.
Can't really host her own website. The fees that she has to pay to do that are extortionate. There's a lot of people that throw around stuff around some of the speakers we've got, calling them like controlled opposition, blah, 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 blah. And it's a really weird thing to be, you know, when you see the actualities of someone's life, the consequences of what they're living because of their belief in freedom, and all she's done for freedom. I mean, also people have thrown stuff like she accepted money from one of Bill Gates's foundations, I think. But then she...
Oh, but I get accused of by these lot randomly with no connection to me. Yeah, let's see how these lot move around it when it suits them.
used that money to prove that the PCR test was useless.
Oh, careful! I just need to let everyone know that if you ever need to get any proper advice about any testing, that go to the World Health Organization.
Oh yeah.
No, obviously I've been.
It's not funny. Yeah, Chris Hayes said, plus they have any Muppet gatekeeper on for more clout. Grifter Central. Yeah, the whole thing's grifted out. King of Sting said 9 peasants watching. Is that including you, bro? And Chris said, but I like Lance and his stuff, but RA is going mad. But Lance is RA, bro. He is the lead grifter, as you say.
Been through my YouTube compliance training, so when we have contentious issues around that, I just need to remind everyone.
Of course, that's not my personal opinion. We're just
this is the talk show. I just obviously for any YouTube moderators listening, we put all of the views on the table, and we try to be reasonable.
Yeah.
Just need to point that out.
Yeah.
That's okay. You
I'm
guys
in trouble
haven't been.
already.
No, it's all right.
Gosh.
You guys haven't been through the YouTube gulag as many times as I have. I've been through the re-education camp. So whenever we say something that might be contentious about that, we have to just point everyone to the World Health Organization for
That's mad still. I wonder if that will come from you for some issue or another at some point.
good measure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go WEF.
Yeah. It's interesting. A lot of people who are in the movement have come from these organisations, you know, and maybe that's what needs to happen.
Well, it's funny, right? The company that makes this Zero In Roots Brands Wellness, right? The people that start.
And here he goes to plug a product. I mean, don't get me wrong, yeah? I ain't actually got nothing against them plugging products and selling stuff. Me personally, yeah? I guess as long as they kind of really believe in something and they actually are trying to do something good and doing something good in the process and not doing badness. If you're doing badness and then pushing products and making money out of doing badness, it's kind of crazy.
This company came from Big Pharma, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, and a lot of people say, "Oh, why would you trust that?" Well, what?
Because they paid
Are
you.
we to assume that every single person that was working in those industries was evil? No, obviously they weren't.
Yeah.
So you know.
Oh my God. These guys literally spent the entire 2 years telling me that everybody of any company that's touched me or anything has been evil. Literally every person in the BBC is evil. Literally every person in some random youth training company I've never heard of is evil. And now he's willing to say this from Big Pharma. Like literally the wishy-washiness of it all is absolutely crazy.
No, we can't. You know, if people jump ship and stuff like that, maybe sometimes that is actually to be applauded.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, something we can debate about at the festival. How much of Big Pharma is, useful to us? How much isn't?
Yeah.
No, all different opinions.
Whoa.
All welcome.
Wow.
So debate, healing. What else is on the menu at Sounds Beautiful Festival?
Comedy.
Oh yeah.
Racism.
Everyone needs a laugh afterwards as well, don't they?
100%.
Racist comedy.
We've actually got Steve Hughes.
Yay.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a new addition
shit.
to the lineup,
It
right?
is, yeah. Yeah, so he's coming back from Australia.
Oh shit. I also got a check at the end of this because one of the people that replaced Katie Hopkins, or one of the names, they might have already been there, I've been told actually is a comedian who's pretty racist and all that. We're gonna have to look up their comedy afterwards.
He's actually only going to be doing our festival as well. So Steve Hughes is coming on. We'll send over another flyer for you as well. Lance.
I keep trying to update it. Yeah.
The trouble is with the
changes so
flyers
fast.
changed so many times. Yeah,
Tell
it's
me about it. I
ridiculous.
made about 33 different flyers for our last event when people kept being added on or taken off.
It's mainly like we've taken off. I think there was like 6 or 7.
Get to
we've
the
taken
interesting
off.
part, guys.
But we've added like double that
Yeah.
ever since they came off.
You
Some
do.
of the last minute editions are always the best as well.
Yeah, I was so happy to get Steve Hughes. So happy to get him. So we got Richard Vobes. He's more like a slapstick comedy. But obviously this is,
everyone loves Richard Vogt.
yeah. But don't forget, this is a family event as well. So we want to have something for everyone. And Richard Vobes is like a 1960s, 70s sort of slapstick comedy, which is, I mean, it's like a family environment with him, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be catered for. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
we've spoke about, we've covered comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Free speech is an important aspect of the event, and you've said there's going to be debates, speakers, a chance to hold space with some of these researchers and authors as well, which sounds really good.
Yeah.
What about
Hold up, mate. King of Sting said, Nova surprised that people can have different opinions on different subjects and still get on. Mental. How would that be mental? When all of you lot, yeah, you, Chris, not all of you, but maybe just you two, have come to me, like, started watching my stuff through Terror, yeah, who is one of my close friends who has completely different opinions to me. And I still, like, he's still my mate. We're still cool. We're talking private about this stuff all the time. I take the piss out of him for his views. He takes the piss out of me for my views. And it's fine.
the music?
100%.
And actually, like, how many of these lot can you say that about? Can you say that any of these lot would have a friend who's got different views to them, who's anti-racism, or who's even supports Black Lives Matter or something? Yeah? Would any of them be okay with that? No, they wouldn't. Yeah, because their bigotry would not allow it.
Can't wait for it.
Oh, we've got such different varieties, haven't we?
Yeah.
I mean, you've got your usual, Freedom Festival stalwart members. We've got Victorious, who I saw at Jam for Freedom, just awesome.
Racist from
absolutely
Brighton.
awesome, really good at getting the crowd going. We've got Ramis, who I admire really wholly for what he's done over the
Let me
past
not
few
even
years.
start
I
on
believe
him.
he just got back from Jamaica, doing wonderful things out there. His energy on stage is something to behold. It's really, really worth watching. We've got the good old Daz Band. They get everywhere,
Sting said,
and
yeah, they would. No,
obviously
they
they're
wouldn't,
holding their
bro.
own
They
festivals
would not.
this year, and so it's been really nice to collaborate with them. And I think most excitingly, Slipmat on the decks, haven't we?
Yeah.
Pussy
On
or
Friday night
Slipmat.
after, not forgetting Rise Above.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
I was just about to say, don't forget Rise Above.
Well,
Watch how they don't
correct
shout
me
out
if I'm
Ryan
wrong.
Sanders.
We're
bro.
actually
The only important one is Ryan Sanders. Big up Ryan Sanders.
going to be the set before Slipmat
You
Yeah.
are.
on the Friday night, and I need to point out to everyone, this is not going to be like a 20-minute PA or anything like that. Us guys have booked it. Am I right? We've got a 2-hour set.
Yeah, you got
Okay.
a 2-hour set.
So what that means is when we get a 2-hour set, and I bring the whole crew, and we've got, I think 4 or 5 DJs, myself, MC Man.
Get Baz on the stage, yeah? Stop violating your boy. Get Baz up there. He's a better rapper than all of you.
Nick, guys, you can expect like a full festival set, multi-genre. Obviously, all original lyrics from myself and Manic, and with 4 or 5 DJs there and two MCs, I feel like we can do a lot more than what we do in the studio on a Friday night in the podcast studio. So we're really, really excited.
I think it's completely different as well when you do it in front of people. And when
These
you've got a
man rap in
crowd
the
going as
studio.
well. It's one thing doing it in a studio and seeing all the comments flying up on the screen, but actually doing it in front of live people is a completely different atmosphere.
Yeah,
Completely different
the
feeling.
last time I MC'd music on a stage, I think was 2022. It was at Bournemouth Sevens Festival, actually,
Oh,
where
okay.
I've been MCing for a number of years. Obviously, they didn't have one in 2020 or 2021, but when we went back in 2022, they had all the restrictions and stuff.
Oh, dear.
And they were saying that, what people had to put in them or wear on their face or do whatever to get in. Now, I was really in two minds whether I should go back and perform there. So what we decided to do was go and make a statement, and we started a new clothing label called Everything Exempt. Just like, because obviously we read the small print at the festival, and it says, you've got to do all these things unless you show your exemption. And the law in the UK is you can even have a T-shirt with exempt written on it. So we just made that, and we obviously on stage wearing them and letting everyone know that they didn't have to do those things to
Good move
satisfy the
still.
Soviet Union to party. Well, that was the last time I got booked there. Yeah, so that was the last.
Respect, bro.
That was the last mainstream
Respect.
commercial festival or music event that was still booking me. And,
But as long as you had like an influence on at least one person.
well, we
Within
let
that case.
everybody know. Don't,
exactly.
don't worry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was told we were a bit too controversial and political for their event.
Oh,
well.
You know you're doing something when you get a reaction. You know,
Yeah.
you know you're doing something right.
Absolutely. Who else have we got on there? I'm just looking at the lineup.
We've got
here.
Technique. Have you heard of Technique?
I've heard
The
of him,
rap
but
artist?
I haven't actually heard his material yet.
Oh, it's really good, really good. He's done quite a lot of work with Ramis as well. And he did one. What's that famous clothing brand?
Oh gosh,
Balenciaga.
Balenciaga.
Yeah. So I think it's him and Ramis outside Balenciaga on the music video, and they're just like ripping out of Balenciaga right outside the shop.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah, going for it.
And then obviously we've got your man as well, who you've got some CDs I saw behind.
Oh, none other than Mr. Ryan Sanders.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Ryan Sanders himself.
Yeah, anyone that purchases any merch tonight will get a free Ryan Sanders CD. I've still got a stack of them over there left over from our Equinox event.
I might pinch one myself. Too.
They're free. You can take one of those. That's on the house.
He's just released a single, I do believe. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
I think
he's got
he's
quite a lot
actually-
of work going on at the
I think
moment.
he's released an EP or at least
Yeah.
a collection of
Okay.
songs
Yeah,
because I know
yeah.
he's just dropped at least 3 videos because I've been playing on the show the last couple of weeks. It was really cool actually. For the first time, Ryan's video got watched by one of those people that reviews the music video and reacts
yeah.
to it.
Yeah, I showed
Yeah.
Wendy the other day. Yeah.
And that guy's analysis, I actually really digged it. It wasn't just like fat lyrics. He was actually like proper breaking it down and really looking at like
Go on.
the contextual sort of structure behind Ryan's work and everything.
Yeah.
I thought that's really really cool that he's got someone already looking at his material and giving it that sort of like critical analysis that it deserves.
Yeah,
Yeah, and at the same time, he even said that I can't judge him just on one.
Yeah, shout out Mimi in the chat. She said more pedo stuff Balenciaga. I was about to go mad and start shouting that out, but obviously they was doing a video against Balenciaga, so we will allow them for being on side that time. But then that's the same guy who went like chilling outside schools and filming school children without their permission or parents' permission. So it's all a bit in between, right?
I'll judge him on. I need to listen to a few more of his tracks. And normally, when people do reviews, they're like, "Oh, this is banging, this is amazing." But this guy's like, he seems quite honest with what he says.
Yes, very. No sort of hype or no hyping everything up. He was very honest and straightforward.
Yeah, but I mean, with the music that he does with the frequencies, I think that's really good.
That's something
I
Steve
like that
also
stuff.
does, yeah.
Yeah.
Steve's a DJ. He'll be playing DJ I Am.
I am.
Okay, what kind of music do you play, Steve?
So I get.
So what he's talking about there with the frequencies, if Ryan's still there, he'd have to explain it to me properly, but Ryan makes his music to a certain frequency. Like I say, he'd have to explain the reasons, because the frequency we usually export music with isn't really good for whatever reason. But I remember when I was arguing with this Wendy Jane woman, she tried to gas that up to me, like, we are doing amazing things, like playing music at the frequency. He's trying to gas it to me. I'm thinking, yeah, I heard Ryan saying that before, man. You know what I'm saying? that's the one person on the lineup that I'm cool with.
From melodic house all the way up. I mean, I can go all the way up to drum and bass. Anything with a beat, I can play.
Okay.
But my main thing really is raising people up. So I like to start off with the melodic house sort of stuff, and then progress all the way up. But at the same time, I pick tunes within certain keys, way up through the chakras, so you can end up on your crown chakra, just from certain keys.
Dimension of creation. So yeah, I always take my hats off to Ryan.
Yeah.
With regards to that.
Really clever work.
Oh no, let me pull up, because if they're talking about
and
Ryan
with-
still, and what I was just touching
all
on.
the way through the chakras.
Rise
Oh.
above.
I love,
right.
love the sound of that. So
Yeah.
so you can appreciate how cool it is that Ryan not only raps, but he produces and masters.
I think it's
of-
fantastic.
All
yeah.
of that as well.
Really good.
And that's why I think he needs props, because it's one thing to be a great writer, a great lyricist, and ergo a great rapper. But to be able to be the complete package, the one-man band that makes the tunes, masters them as well, that gives you a level of creative control that is, it's unrivaled. For me, when I used to get given a beat, that beat.
Big up Ryan Sanders though. We said this before, but me and Ryan went to uni together. So the mixing and mastering, we learnt that side by side, you know what I'm saying? And we done a song together back then and all that. That's why no matter what's going on here and all that, I always give him a chance and give him my time. But Bad Slave in the comments, Wendy Jane has some very inflammatory views from what I saw in her Facebook comments. And that's just a big fact. So all of this sitting here talking about chakras and all this new age stuff, as you call it, bro, yeah, is all nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you're just trying to trick us into bringing in your bad energy. Yeah, we can allow Lance today. We can big up Ryan Sanders, but these other people here are total wrong-uns.
Beat would influence me to write my lyrics more often than not. But if I was creating the beat itself with myself in mind, that's a whole extra dimension of creation. So yeah, I always take my hats off to Ryan. With regards to that.
Really clever work. Yeah, really clever. And we've actually, talking about Ryan and everyone else like that, we're doing a rap cipher as well on the Sunday. So this is with all the artists, but at the same time it's giving.
This is my problem. I'm doing a rap cipher. Listen to the state of him saying that. Yeah, when you're doing a racist hate festival, don't include rap in it. Yeah, even if you have the one rap thing here and there. Now you're going to talk about you're doing a rap cipher. Madness. Bad Slave said anyone who falls for any of that healing talk is a total idiot. Yeah, including your boy Lance here. Yeah, but then again, we established earlier in the comments from Chris Hayes that he's a grifter, so he doesn't actually care. He's just here playing along to get his check. Yeah. King of Sting said the NHS one. The NHS what?
Giving the crowd the opportunity. If anyone's coming to the festival on Sunday, you can actually jump up on stage with the artists and get involved by doing a rap cipher.
They said
you can get involved by doing a rap cipher.
Hip hop rap.
Stroke rap.
That's it, yeah.
So
what we're trying to do is we're trying to get Ryan and everyone else like that. We're doing a rap cipher.
What did he say?
As well on the Sunday. So this is with all the artists, but at the same time it's giving the crowd the opportunity. If anyone's coming to the festival on Sunday, you can actually jump up on stage with the artists and get involved by doing a rap cipher.
They said hip hop cipher as well. Hip hop rap. Stroke rap.
That's it, yeah.
Hip hop
So
cipher
what we're trying to do is we're trying to get
King of Sting said Jesus wept. Yo, hold up, man. Who are these people? Honestly, yeah. Who are these people? This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because I expect the average idiot racist like these lot that talk like these lot to be a bit dumb working class. You know what I'm saying? But these lot are some proper boffins. You know what I'm saying? Where are they from? That woman claims she's from Islington. Yeah, where I'm from. She's not from my side of Islington, that's for sure. She's on the other side of the road. Sam Gregory said rap cipher like David Attenborough. We might have to pull up this whole section just one more time. Yeah, bear laughing in the comments. Let me just be honest with you. Yeah, I know I've never put Lance on the show. I try not to even give him attention. Yeah, but he's the guy talking about this, so that's why he's here. It's cool, but it's I have to be honest. Lance don't speak far off how they speak. Do you know what I'm saying? He's kind of. This makes sense here, but anyway, we'll allow him as much as possible.
Anyone's coming to the festival on Sunday, you can actually jump up on stage with the artists and get involved by doing a rap cipher.
They said hip hop cipher as well. Hip hop rap. Stroke rap.
That's it, yeah. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get people who are a little bit nervous getting on stage, but we want to give people the opportunity to jump up, get hold of the mic, and
And this is why these people should have nothing to do with hip hop. Don't involve hip hop in your thing. You should realize that hip hop and your thing don't match unless you're gonna come to a hip hop space and be like, what is it that this represents? Like, let someone very much in a hip hop, from a hip hop perspective, yeah, a black person, hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Like, and let them explain what that needs to be, you know what I'm saying? Not, and you will know from then that booking Katie Hopkins alongside it is not it. Bad Slave, they have a hip hop and rap cipher. Yeah. She didn't know. It's actually Wendy Jane who was the funniest part there, because he said they're having a rap cipher, and she was like, well, they're having a hip hop cipher as well.
Say exactly what they're feeling, how they're feeling about the situation, and then hopefully it will inspire them then to carry on. You give them the confidence to carry on with it.
Ryan said, I'll jump on the hip hop cipher, but not the rap one. I mean, there is that energy. Obviously, there is that side of it where people like rap and hip hop are two different things, but that is nerd talk as well. That is literally some nerds. Sam Gregory said, pub darts team cipher. Yeah, that sounds more like it. Would get your St. George's crosses out.
No, that's really cool.
And we're going to give one of those performers, we're gonna, just, I don't know how we're going to do it. It's not like they're going to be a battle or a winner or anything like that, but we just want to honour, if we see somebody that's got a lot of potential, we're going to encourage them to come back next year and maybe get them up on the main stage.
It's not a rap / hip hop battle.
Yeah.
Gleam said, stop it, Nova, the skateboard park is a hip hop place. When I was a kid, yeah, in my ends we didn't feel like it was, but then I knew kids that skated and that, so I get the skate park is hip hop, yeah, cool, I will allow that, but it is a very much that side, the sneaky to my world side of hip hop, and that is the, that's the Lance Rise Above side of hip hop, I guess.
So yeah, we're looking out for those people that are
No, it's really
out.
good to give emerging talent that opportunity, because more often than not, that opportunity can, that even if it's on the stage in front of 50 people, that can be the first chance that they get to perform in front of people.
100%.
And that first
Let's be honest, it's going to be about 7 people, yeah.
hurdle, that first stage to get on is undoubtedly, I know this more than anyone, is undoubtedly the most difficult stage to get on, not just from yourself, from nerves, but actually just to have the opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. This whole thing is this whole.
So I keep stopping now because I'm getting so many comments. But Gleam said, yeah, that's the rock side of hip hop, not the Motown side of hip hop. That's a great way of explaining it still. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The skating thing is kind of like in the rock / hip hop world.
Festival is an opportunity. It's an opportunity to meet people. I mean, Dave Wise is coming over from America. He's not going to be coming over again for quite some time, and it's his only festival he's going to do. It's just an opportunity for people to come and meet these individuals and actually have a conversation with them. Or if you're not into that, you're mainly into the music, and you've got music that you want to show, you've got an opportunity to do that as well. I mean, we've even in the cafe, we're going to be setting up a PA system and stuff for people who are solo artists. So if you've got a guitar, if you've got a guitar, bring it along with you, and if you want to have a go in the cafe, do so. It's all about opportunities to giving people the confidence and the knowledge to hopefully have a better year, and forget about what's been going on for the past 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, and it's also we've invited a lot of our local groups, because Steve particularly is very heavily involved with the BCA, the Bournemouth Community Assembly. I've been with the Ringwood Community Assembly, but I'm also involved with the BCA, and a lot of those groups, like the Yellow Boards, there's people distributing the light paper, there's
light
all sorts of
paper
stuff going
any group they're mentioning probably needs looking into severely.
on. People
We've been handing out fake £20 notes, haven't we?
Well, yeah, supporting cash, keeping cash alive. There's so many people working behind the scenes. They do it for the love. They're not being paid for it. So we're giving them an opportunity to have stalls there.
Shout out Johnny Coombs, he's just pulled up. We're talking about the Katie Hopkins festival that went on. You saw all that content about the racist Katie Hopkins festival. These two boffins here are the promoters of that festival, and they said they're gonna have a rap hip hop cipher at their event. You're gonna have to watch it back to really understand how funny that was. Bad Slave said the Light newspaper, 100 red flags. Cleem said surely we can call it CAF in dedication to CAF when she owned one in EastEnders. Sam Gregory said this is probably what Tim Westwood sounds like when alone.
Spread their information, to connect with people, find out what we're doing down in Bournemouth, maybe take it back to your area if you've come from another area. So, it's just to brainstorm and gain power as people. We're here to support each other.
Gain power, gain white power.
Much the same with our events. Apart from anything, it's also a great opportunity to network and to start meeting other people on the same frequency as you, and forming bonds.
Yeah, Johnny, it's going to be a right-wing rap cipher.
In real life, taking it off the screen was always my slogan. I said, it's great that we have a podcast and we can broadcast every Friday and have this space so everyone can sit at home and watch on their TV or their phone or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's nothing more important than meeting other like-minded people in real life.
Yeah.
And if even if it's once or twice a year, you can make your way to one of these festivals, to one of these events. You won't regret it.
No.
The thing is, like, every festival I've been to in the past, I'd always bump
To be
into...
honest, I said I'm allowing Lance, but I don't think I've ever listened to Lance speak for this long. I can't believe this guy's ever thought he could get rude to me. Ever. Like, the guy, and I've listened to him speak for that long. This guy thought he could run his gums to me. Fucking what world are we living in? The internet has ruined the world.
to someone, I have no idea who they are, what they're like, but all of a sudden you just have that connection. And then you're friends for a number of years afterwards, aren't you?
Mm.
It's like another family member all of a sudden, and that's only just from going to a little festival.
Mm-hmm.
So that's without as well, when you've got the same like-minded people all in one spot. It's just it's going to be a good buzz. It's going to be.
Yeah.
Man,
So
right.
you're-
And then they go back. It's weird. Like, look, the whole beginning of this interview started with them lying about putting as many different people in one place and being able to debate and different sides of it. And then he just went back to what they were saying before, was they just want like-minded people in one place. Yeah, right wing, white supremacist, racist, like-minded people. Johnny Coombs said, I might actually win the battle there. Pull up. Man. Do you know what? I might have to just pull up. I think me and Terra should just pull up, grab the mic and battle everyone. Yeah, I think that would be smoke. That's it. Gleam said, are they left, right, or right, Nova? I can't keep up. I'd say these guys are far right, to be honest. I'd say everyone involved in this show right here is far right. Beats and Tape said P. Diddy's homes have just been raided. Gosh, as soon as we finish this reaction, we're going to have to look that up, man.
Your
to see.
co-host,
No, well,
whizzing down from Manchester.
not quite yet. He's already. Andy PG is supposed to be here. He's already late though, so I'm sure he's watching right now.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I remember when in 2022 and 2023 when I was putting on events, and whenever I
Here
feel
he
like,
Hello.
speak of the devil,
The man has arrived.
meet Wendy Jane and Steve.
How you doing? You all right? Nice
Thank
to
you
meet
Hi,
for your
nice
commit-
to meet you.
Thank you for your commitment, Andy PG. I know you've had a long day, probably a long week.
How's it going, brother?
I'm very sure this Andy PG guy is the one I've been told is a complete, total wrong. And he's the one that's been writing racist stuff to me in comments on my YouTube and all of that. I always thought it was Lance. I was like, oh my God, like, I'll be sending people these screenshots of what the Rise Above account said to me. Like, literally, like, straight racist stuff about how I talk, how black people talk, all that kind of stuff. And I was told it's actually this Andy PG guy who's doing it. He has thrown them under the bus. Like, some of the screenshots I got of the things they said is crazy. Gleam said, go as journalist. Yeah, I told them, send me, give me a press pass, man, I'll come.
Hey, your earphones, mate. Welcome back.
Cheers, man. Cheers. Shout out to Manic for sitting in for me last week.
Oh, is that your?
Are we good? Am I don't know.
Yeah, you're very loud as per usual.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, shout out to Manic for sitting in for me last week. I've just been listening to you guys chatting in the car.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
It's really cool.
Nice.
It's nice that we're
Looking forward to a
Good fun, Aaron.
full action set from the Rise.
Yeah, I am.
crew,
I was
mate.
just thinking. I've been here for about 5-6 minutes to just make a couple
Oh,
of joints in
really?
the green room, and I was just listening to what you said about it's the hardest part of getting your first opportunity on stage, whether you're an MC, a
Come on,
DJ, a
guys.
band, solo artist,
Come on,
whatever that.
guys.
That's
It's gold dust. You know, you've got to give that to people.
yeah, sure.
They need it.
Keep it moving.
Listen, I'm not a big fan of Katie Hopkins, but I do believe.
Oh, we go. Here we go. Oh,
Fuck, where's the explosion button?
why is he lying? He's a big fan of
Yes,
Katie Hopkins.
which is what we all need to remember. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I will address the elephant in the room. Katie Hopkins was on the lineup.
Oh fuck, where's the explosion button?
Now she's not.
She's not.
And as far as I'm concerned, wow, that was a big explosion. As far as I'm concerned, Matt Letizia is an upgrade.
Yeah.
Now, listen, I'm not a big fan of Katie Hopkins, but I do believe in free speech. I believe that everyone's an adult. I believe that people should be allowed to make up their own mind, about what someone's got to say after they've heard them say it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, the fact is, you've had it from anyone that's been paying attention knows who this person is. I've made a video about them before. They love calling everybody racist or right wing. It's just sort of like a knee-jerk reaction. But I think the fact is that you guys have sort of been...
No, it's a factual reaction. And don't just go, oh, who this person is, like it's me. Because Terra Slim, who's your boy, has been saying the same thing. Yeah? We've been posting screenshots of factually racist things. The fact you could even slightly try to deny that they're not racist is racist in itself. And it's proving my point. You're supporting racism. Yeah? If you want to actually go, boom, pull up the things that are proven racist and at least agree, cool, that is racist, that's not on, then we can address it and we can actually move past these things. But you don't want to move past these things. You just want to hold on to your right to continue being racist, and that is the problem.
You've come out the other side with actually, a better lineup.
Yep.
And how have you found it muddling through this? Did you expect this kind of stuff to go on when you're trying to put on something positive like an event?
Not to this extent, I don't think. It was a bit of a something to wade through.
Yeah.
But what I will say,
It was a bit like that explosion bomb you just did.
Yeah, it
just a
was.
minute ago.
but what I will say is there's so much good that has come out of it. All right, firstly, let's address the elephant in the room. There's a lot of assumption that's really interesting. Like, a lot of assumption as to the reasons why Katie was drawn off the lineup. A lot of them aren't true.
And here, look, we'll wait to see what she's going to say here, right? But the mad thing is, when I pointed out that Katie Hopkins has been dropped for having a racism called out, right? She went on to try and deny that, as if she didn't. So wait a minute, you're saying you're okay with her racism then? So then what was the point? That means you're actually openly still saying that you're okay with racism, you're a racist in the same way, all that kind of stuff. It's wild. Obviously, we'll let her speak, but that already got established on the timeline.
A lot of them really aren't true. And we actually can't talk legally, not from anything that we've put in motion, but we actually can't legally talk about the real reasons that Katie was withdrawn from the lineup. But they certainly weren't. It wasn't all to do with this not respecting free speech. Let's put it that way.
Alright, I'm gonna have to do something. I don't know if Ryan Sanders is still there or whatever, but like I've seen emails from her, yeah, saying why she was dropping her. We've seen this racism. Oh, we never saw this before. Yeah, so I know that's why she was dropped, and I can prove that. So let's not try all of that. But what's the weird, like I said, is that you would even want to actually pull away and go, it's not because of her racism that she was blocked. And the reason is, right, is because of the backlash from the racist free speech side, who are going, oh my God, you blocked her free speech. They're trying to pander now to the racist people by saying, oh, that's not quite the reason. But you already sent that email to everyone on your lineup, so I don't know what you're talking about. They already all know.
Way. So it's really interesting that people have latched onto that and assumed that we're somehow denying someone a voice. Absolutely. I was put in a position personally where I had to defend Katie, or I was put. I had to be the judge of her for everybody else, and I actually really refused to do that. If you look at anything that I've said in public around the whole situation, I've said I am not Katie Hopkins. It's not for me to judge her. Many people like her, many people don't like her.
Yeah, she's actually very popular, but
Yeah.
despite what some people say.
Whatever she said,
Obviously.
I'll defend her right to say it. But
Racism is way
logistics-wise, of having someone like Katie Hopkins at a festival, if you look at her trajectory from the past year or two, you'll find that we're not the only people that have pulled her from a lineup. And
Oh no.
there's a reason. That's all I'm going to say. There's a reason. And it's not necessarily... Yeah, I mean, the artist had something to say about it. Some of the artists had something to say about it. And we had to take that into consideration. But that was not the final decider, let me tell you.
I
know,
think
Apart from the fact that the artist held you accountable, you sent out an email to all the artists to ask them what they think of it the next day, and then you did it the next day. So let's not pretend some imaginary other thing happened. There might have been another thing going on that you was probably okay with. You was okay with it until the artist stuck it on you. People are such liars, man. Never ever trust anyone like this. Never. Anyone who like aligns with this kind of far right political ideology and people cannot be trusted. They're all liars. Katie Hopkins a liar. All of these people are frauds.
you hit the nail on the head earlier on, and when you said that people in this scene or this movement, and that I personally don't like to name anymore. I think the truth scene seems pretty cringy. The freedom movement sounds even cringier.
It's gross, mate.
In my opinion, but there is
There's also
something.
the awake.
Yeah, that's super cringe as well.
Yeah.
But what you said earlier was that this is actually a diverse group of people that all have different opinions about things, and some of them are completely opposing. And what you're trying to do is trying to bring people together.
Yeah.
And rather than separate them. And I was always of the impression, if someone has a bad idea, give the bad idea some air so everyone can see it and point their finger at it. Don't hide it away or try and censor it from people.
Get it out, mate.
Yeah.
Get it
I
out.
agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I agree with that, and that's why, as much as me and him have had our back and forths, he said I wouldn't come on his show. I always said I would when I was active again. He tried to ask me to come on the show at a time when I wasn't active doing public stuff. Now that I am, I've said I'll come, and he doesn't want me to come, so whatever. Like, I agree with that. So that's why I would have any of these people on my show. I'd have Wendy Jane on my show. I'd have Katie Hopkins on my show. Yeah, I'd have Lance, whatever. I can have discussions with them, and we can put forward ideas, and I would even do it respectfully, and that's been proven. I've done it before. Yeah, these guys don't do it. These guys don't have people with opposing views to them. They have just people that pander to them on their show all the time. Nobody else comes on this show. Yeah, so although I completely agree with that, I think I believe in that more than he does. He's just pretending and using that narrative to argue for having an extreme view over their platform. That's not what they're doing. Yeah, and that's also, not only is it not what they're doing, it's a music festival. It's not a debate like this, platform like this. It's pretending to be some healing spiritual space. Now, a healing spiritual place is not the place that you put a hate speaker to put forward their hate ideas, to platform it, and then have a debate about it. That's an uncomfortable, difficult thing to do. And I'm cool with us doing that. I think we should get uncomfortable and talk about these ideas. You should get uncomfortable and listen to my ideas. I should get uncomfortable and listen to your ideas, but not at this festival and not in a hip hop space. Yeah, we could have these people even come and speak in a hip hop space if we're gonna show the counter and actually have a challenge, not just giving them a platform to headline a hip hop space. It's insane.
Yeah.
Whip that bad boy out.
So I'm just going to ask, whenever anyone puts on an event and people are thinking about going, they've always got niggling questions and they don't know if it's for them. So I'm going to fire some quick fire questions over at you, Wendy, Jane and Steve, about the event. Okay. So the dates are 27th to the 30th of June. It's a full weekend of camping, right?
Yep.
Alright, I'm not going to listen to the rest of that. If there's actually, I probably will watch the rest of this in my own time. And if there's anything that's relevant to the show, interesting, then I may come and get the clips and bring it next time, right? So I'm not going to sit here and promote their festival anymore. This took up the whole first hour of the show. I've got loads of other stuff I want to get to. So, yeah, fuck them lot. That didn't prove anything. Came here and lied. What else do we want to do? What else? Not much else to say about it, right? And she did clearly show, like, after all of that, for anyone who thinks I'm nuts here, after all of that talk about bringing people together and being about freedom and all of this pretending to be beautiful and loving hippie space, she then went on and defended Katie Hopkins. So for anyone watching, you know who Katie Hopkins is. You know Katie Hopkins is a hate speaker, unless you're one as well and you're a racist. Everybody else normal. Every normal person knows she's a hate speaker. So how can any of all the mad things she said align with having hated Katie Hopkins at her show? It just can't. Absolutely madness.